Dan, can I put AMSOIL in my high mileage vehicle? Welcome to Ventre Synthetic Lubricants. Today I'm going to dispel a couple of myths and I'm going to answer the question, should you put AMSOIL into your high mileage vehicle? So it happens all the time. People find out that I'm an AMSOIL dealer, and one of the first things that they ask me is, doesn't synthetic oil cause oil leaks? Alright, so first off, the short answer is no. The synthetic oils do not cause the oil leaks. What happens is, when you use conventional oil or you have poor maintenance practices, over time you get sludge and varnish, you get buildup. The conventional oil doesn't properly lubricate the seals and you get leaks. This sludge and buildup, it plugs the holes in these worn out seals. What happens when you put in a synthetic, especially AMSOIL, that has detergents that are designed to clean this stuff out, is it does its job. It cleans that sludge and that varnish out, and then that exposes the leaks. So the real answer is that you already had leaks. You already had a poorly maintained engine. It's just that the AMSOIL cleaned it out, and now you have leaks. So one of the other things that I hear a lot is people will tell me, well, I tried synthetic oil once, and after I had it in my engine for about a week, my oil was already dirty. So what's happening here is that poor maintenance practices, inferior oil, are causing varnish and buildup. And then when you put the synthetic oil in there, especially AMSOIL, it's got those detergents, and so it's breaking that stuff down and then suspending it into the oil. So it's not because the oil is getting dirty, it's because the engine was already dirty and the oil is doing its job to clean the engine out. So one way that you can avoid this is, or help this problem, is to use the engine and transmission flush. So what this does is it's going to clean that stuff out. It's recommended that you do this if you're switching from a conventional oil to AMSOIL. It's not necessary. The oil will do the job, but it's going to take a couple oil changes to get all that stuff cleaned out and have a clean engine. So what you do is you put this in with the engine cold, start it up, and run it for 10 minutes, and this is going to break that sludge and varnish and stuff down. It's going to suspend it in the oil, so then when you drain it, you're draining all that stuff out and you're starting with a clean engine. Like I said, it's not necessary, but it gets a jump start on cleaning that engine out. The third thing that people always tell me is that if I've been using conventional oil since my vehicle was new, if I switch to synthetic, then it's going to cause engine damage. This is completely false. AMSOIL is compatible with all your conventional oils. In fact, if I were to go on vacation, and I always use AMSOIL Signature Series, I go on vacation across the country and I end up being a quart low on oil, and I take gas station brand conventional oil and I put it in my vehicle. It's completely compatible. It will be fine. The only thing that it does do is now that oil is going to break down in 3 months or 3,000 miles. So I won't be able to run my extended drain interval like I normally do. But it's completely compatible. So the bottom line is that switching to AMSOIL is not going to cause damage to your engine. If you've got a well-maintained vehicle that you've changed the oil on time, kept up on the services, and you used conventional oil throughout the life, AMSOIL is not going to do harm. In fact, it's going to provide better protection. If you've got one of those well-maintained vehicles and you want to switch, you're probably a good candidate. Where you're going to run into problems is if your engine already has problems. If it already has leaks and sludge and varnish buildup and blow by, the engine's worn out, things like this, AMSOIL is not going to fix these things. It's not going to miraculously make them better. In fact, it may it may make those problems more obvious. And so that's kind of where you have to evaluate it. Has this piece of equipment been taken care of thus far? Then if it has, then you're probably a good candidate. If it hasn't, then it's just going to make those problems obvious, and it may not be worth switching. If you've got more questions about AMSOIL products, you can leave a comment below or check out my website. It'll be listed in the description. There you can get a hold of me, and we can talk about application-specific products, what it'll take to switch you over from something else to AMSOIL. If you liked the video or thought it was useful, please click the thumbs up. It always helps. Share the video. Check out my Facebook page at Ventre Synthetic Lubricants, and we'll see you next time.